Hey guys, I'm Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping, and today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful, stunning tissue holder. It's super easy, and you can decorate your house with whatever colors that you have, of course, with Stampin' Up! Cardstock, but we have gorgeous colors, so that shouldn't be a problem. And if you can, well, first off, thank you so much for being here. And if you could subscribe or share this video, that would be awesome. I'm trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. I really appreciate you being here. So let's go ahead and get started. So let me go ahead and show you this again. This is a gorgeous tissue box holder that's decorated at all four sides, but it's open on the bottom so you can just put your tissues in. It does have a top that I've made to where it is removable, but I love it. It's so pretty. All right, so let me go ahead and show you a couple more that I've done. This one is just in gray because anybody that knows me knows I love gray. This is the one that started it all, and it's starting to fall apart. One of the butterflies fell off, and I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's been spritzed with cleaner and bleached, but it doesn't look bad. But this was done probably 20 years ago. So let's go ahead and we'll get started on what we're going to do. All of the measurements will be out on my blog at tedderbearstamping.com, and it will have all the score marks, everything that you need to do this. All you have to do is sign up for my newsletter and you will get the PDF for this when I send them out. Okay, so I'm going to get my Simply Scored, and we are going to put this in. So it gets scored at 1 inch all four sides. Now you need to do this first so that you know where to put this. So this is the piece that's going to go on top after we run it through the machine, but you do not want to run it through the machine before you do this step, because otherwise it flattens the flowers and it doesn't look good. All right, so we're using the deckled rectangles and the smallest rectangle, and that's just going to go in the middle. So what you're going to do is put some temporary adhesive on the back, or something, just small, because if you rip it, it doesn't matter, because you're going to be, if you only do it in the middle, you're cutting it off anyway. So you're going to run this through, just eyeball it, and once you get that done, you have this. And I've already run this through, but as you can see, that this would flatten out if you ran it through after the fact. So these line up, and that you can tell on my piece that you could see where that paper was sitting. But this is going to go right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on. And I'm going to use liquid glue. Make sure that I have it going the right way, because I think if I turned this over, it wouldn't sit right. All right, so we have that. Let me show you how we are going to trim these after you did all four. I know I had it on the other one, but let's show you so you can get this right. All right, so you're just going to do it on two sides, and you're going to, where the score line is, you're just going to V cut up to that score line just a little bit, and then I do it on both sides so that it will hopefully lay properly. And you're going to do this all 4 sides. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this in because now it's all done and the V's are cut. So we're going to go ahead and put some adhesive on there. And I'm just going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus because I think that that's strong enough. You could use something stronger if you want. So I'm just going to do all 4 sides with the adhesive, but I'm not going to put, I'll just put one side together and then we'll move to the other side. So this is going to line up like that. Of course we would have if I had thought scored or foam folded all of this, but I'm going to fold them real quick so it's all right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and line up that, and then we're going to just come in and do the other side. So when you're doing it, make sure that you do the folding and stuff. So now we have the top to your lid of your tissue holder. All right, then we're going to come in with 2 of these. Okay, and we're going to score both of these. One is at a 1/2 inch, which is a little bit harder to do on this side, but I'm hoping I can get it. Oh, did. All right, and then at 4 7/8. Now I probably could have done it going the other way, but we're not going to worry about that right now. And 4 7/8. So they're both the same. Now, of course, I'm going to go ahead and do what I should have done on the top and use my bone folder to make these crisp. Now, if you make any of these, I would love to see what colors you made them in and what embossing folder you used and all that. That would be awesome. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just run this down. You could use tear and tape if you want, but I do think that this is kind of strong. And I'm going to go ahead and line it up with the other score line at the other end. Just make sure it is lined up. Okay. Then I will put some more adhesive on this end. Okay, then you're going to close this, like fold this over and then meet the edge. That's the easiest way I can think of to make it to where we get a nice edge and that it's plumb. All right, so now we have the box. Easy, right? All right, so then we have 4 of the same size that I've ran through of the basic gray through the layering floral 3D, and I think I've got 4 of them here. Oh, I do. I left one aside. All right, so what you're going to do is for each one, and I probably should have done it to the top, but it's not that big of a deal since the top is going to have the Kleenex sticking out. So we're going to go ahead and bring in a brush and basic gray, and I'm just going to go over the image to make it stand out more. Now, just a quick heads up, my dog is down here for my live. Usually I kick him out when I do my, well, not my live, but my pre-recorded. I kick him out when there's a pre-recorded. But this time I thought, let's see if he behaves. All right, I don't know that you can tell, but do you see how this one that I sponged really shows up the design more? So we're going to go ahead and do all of them to make sure that they really pop. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. Take this away. And now we're going to put this onto the fronts, and what makes it easier is that we can lay it flat. And then each one you're going to want to kind of put it in the middle, because this top is going to sit up here. So we're going to go ahead and put it on with liquid glue. Because of the bumps, it makes it easier. Pick which side you really want to face up and go ahead and put it on. And continue all four. Okay, so now we have that. Let's see if this fits. It should be tight, because that's the way I want it to be, so that it will hold. Okay, so now it's on. It's a little bit tight on the top, but that's the way you kind of want it, because you don't want it to fall off. And now we're going to decorate it with festive pearls. And I'm using the silver because that is, I think, the one that will really set off on the gray. And I'm only going to do 3 on each panel, just to set it off. It just is so pretty how it is, so I don't think you need too much more than that. Whoops. Okay. Okay, so now we have it all pretty much done, except we need to decorate the front. So before you start all of this, you will want to cut off about 28 to 32 inches of this silver and white or sheer ribbon. It's listed on the PDF if you go ahead and get it. I colored it with the black, the dark black blend, and I let it dry. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this. You will be losing part of this because you need it to be, and in fact I'm going to go ahead and put the Kleenex in it so I can have it be a little bit more solid. Isn't that cool? All right, so you're going to kind of have your ribbon halfway, and I'm sorry that it's hard to see, but we're going to go ahead and just wrap this around. See if you can see it. And do like you would a normal bow. So you're going to bring it like this. And then we're going to tie a bow. Just like you would on anything else. This is why you need it to be a little bit longer so that your fingers can work around. Otherwise, you just can't get your fingers in there. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this up. And this is what I cut off, so you're not wasting too much. And it is done. One thing is you want to make sure it's on here to go all the way around. And then what I do is I bring in a glue dot and put it under the bow so that it will stay put. This just will kind of ensure that this bow will not fall off. And then what I like to do also is, because this is doubled up, you won't see it underneath. So I put it to the side of on both sides of the knot. But you got to make sure you get it in there so it doesn't show. There you go. Or there I go. All right, so what do you think? Isn't that cute? And it works awesome. So you can, if you want, you can add stamps to it. I now have 4. I have 4 bathrooms, so we should be good. This is my favorite so far, and I hope you like it too. Please come back next week, and if you could share this or subscribe to get me up to 2,000, I would really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next week. Thank you.